Hello, welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning in to the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. What's hidden from the viewer? Thank you. Outcome and advice. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Let's turn these cards around. See what we're working with here. Judgment. In the overall energy, we have judgment. Judgment is expansive energy. The people are being called from inside the coffin. It's a small way of being, stuck, small to expansion. A bigger space, new. All right. Why is judgment in the overall energy? Thank you. Six of Cups, King of Swords in reverse. You're being called to an expansive space, seeing things from a different perspective. It feels like this message, Six of Cups, family of origin, past memories. It feels like what I'm seeing here is you being here, being treated less than in your family of origin. King of Swords in reverse, negative communication, manipulating communication. The manipulative communication feels like you trying to say, hi, I'm down here in this water. It's really cold. It's really uncomfortable. I don't like this. I'm really uncomfortable. Why do you always ruin things? Why are you saying that? Well, it's because I'm really hurt and but you always ruin things. You're always making it about you. Why can't you be happy? Everybody else is happy. Well, so it feels like gaslighting, dismissing your emotions, dismissing your perspective, your cares. Feels like you're being treated as less than. Maybe a scapegoat for some of you. And it looks like with judgment, you're receiving better judgment. You're seeing something. What is the viewer seeing other than what I've already discussed? Three of Pentacles reverse, that it's an unworkable situation. Unworkable people, they don't want to collaborate. They don't work well. Three of Cups, Ten of Swords reversed, Star card reversed, Eight of Wands reversed. I think you want a happy family. You want people around you to celebrate you, to care about you. But it doesn't feel, if this is your reading, that your family of origin can't perceive you. They don't want to work with you. They're unworkable is what I'm getting. And it feels like there's been a lot of betrayals, a lack of communication, painful communication. It feels like this is happening for you to see that there's no amount of trying to convince them, trying to get them to see you. It feels like you're trying to get people, this group, your family, to care. And I don't know about you, but I have not been able to get people who don't care to care. Now I recognize, if they don't care, they just don't care. That's the lesson. Like, okay, their behavior has shown me that they don't care, they don't put the work in and the effort, they don't care about me. And so instead of trying to convince them, trying to keep communicating, trying to change their mind, trying to chase that, to allow, I feel like hopelessness in this situation is healing. To get you to, hey, the chattering's getting to me. And it feels like that's your family. They can't hear you. They don't know how to care about you in a way that's helpful to you. Doesn't matter if they don't know how or they don't care. They don't care. And you trying to chase after and trying to convince people, it feels like you're hurting yourself by that activity. And when you get to this hopelessness and despair, and stop trying to convince them, stop trying to convince anyone who doesn't care, doesn't want to work with you, to try to change their mind, to let it go, to realize that there's no energy there, there's nothing there to work with. So let's see what this Three of Cups is. Hierophant. There's some family tradition going on, a stubbornness. It feels like this is a pattern. And you might be the scapegoat in that pattern, needing someone in the family to blame. So blame, and it feels uncomfortable when you start pointing out these type of differences in treatment, and they don't want to change it. They just want the tradition to stay. I'm getting, though, with this judgment that you're waking up, you're realizing this or have realized this. You have a calling to find people who do care about you, found family, who celebrate you. And I feel like you've learned from the family of origin energy, and you might have something to teach the rest of us from leaving these type of groups, these type of toxic environments. Tell me more about the Hierophant, Judgment, something about these foundational lies that you were told about yourself, about your family, about the world. It feels like it's a family deception, manipulation, family lies. Tell me more about the lies. I just heard, tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. What's Fleetwood Mac? Feels like this is trying to chase your family, trying to convince them to care about you, has been a comfort zone. Trying to stay in this, it feels painful, but it hasn't been painful enough for you to do something about it. It might have put you in this kind of victim mentality, because it feels like you were mistreated, but it was hard. It's been hard for you to get out of that mentality. It looks like instead you are, if you allow, it looks like this has created a leadership within you for you to lead yourself out of these type of environments. Chariot, making moves, moving on from these type of energies. It looks like you see something that gives you something about this family of origin. You see something that gives you a shift that makes all the difference. Just a little shift in your perspective. An aha. Ooh, I see. And it feels like it leads you to better judgment. A realization. And to call, it feels like you're being called out of that small way of being a victim, being a scapegoat, being stuck in these type of connections. And you're leading and recognizing that that is not love. Whatever your family said, even if they said, this is love, this is, why can't you do, I put a house over your head, a roof over your head, and food, whatever your family dynamics was, family of origin, whatever they said, this is love, I love you, that's not love. Whatever, I think you're recognizing that's not love, and you're creating healthy boundaries. It looks like you are, instead of trying to convince people out here horizontally, trying to convince them to care about you, you are connecting with your higher self, learning how to love yourself, what love really is for you, and loving yourself enough to create healthy boundaries from these people. Maybe even some of you turning your back, going after what you desire, loving yourself, loving all parts of yourself, even the parts that they might have perceived your family of origin as bad. Feels like you're owning all those parts. All right, let's look at what's hidden. The Queen of Wands showing up again in what's hidden. Queen of Wands is someone very charismatic, someone who has met themselves in deep and profound ways. They oftentimes have a black cat out in front of them because they're not trying to hide their shadow aspects. They own who they are. And that makes the Queen of Wands not only attractive because they know all sides. It's not that they are perfect. They recognize their shadow, and that makes the Queen of Wands more capable, adaptable, flexible, to take action, to go after what you want. It looks like you are creating healthy boundaries, connecting with your higher self, and going after what you desire instead of maybe what your family wants from you, needs you to be. You're liking yourself, you're loving yourself, instead of trying to get the people in your environment to love you. What's hidden that the viewer needs to know? Knight of Swords. Fast-moving energy. So fast this Knight of Swords could be rushing to conclusions. Someone's rushing in. Six of Wands in reverse. Someone's rushing in. It feels like this is someone rushing in, rushing to conclusions, negative conclusions. Sounds familiar around you. Oh, okay. It looks like there's someone from this environment, toxic family, whoever I've been tuning into, that can't perceive you. Oh, wow. It looks like they constantly try to create humiliation for you, a lack of success, blocking your success, sabotaging your success, trying to humiliate you. Feels like they really enjoy this activity of humiliating you. The more public, the better, to get you wound up, to get you, yeah, okay. Holy cow. All right. They criticize you, create this toxic devil energy, judgment reversed, Ace of Wands reversed. Let me just show you all these cards that I'm clarifying right now. Devil, High Priestess, Four of Swords, King of Pentacles. It feels like they, in the past, were able to sabotage, able to rush in and get you to stop being in this Queen of Wands energy. Stop being yourself. Stop going after what you desire. Stop loving yourself. Stop taking action. Stop glowing. Stop shining. And it looks like they feel accustomed to sabotaging you with words, especially. To try to dim your light, to keep your spark low or off, completely clear. It feels like because these people can't do what you do, they don't like your light, and so they criticize everything you do, like perfectionist. So it doesn't matter what you do. You've got professional criticizers that are just on the sidelines, critiquing, constantly poo-pooing, trying to keep you small. It looks like with the devil energy that they're draining, exhausting. It's toxic, a toxic environment, trauma bonds, codependency, dependency. It looks like with the High Priestess, Four Swords, and King of Pentacles that you're very intuitive, especially once you stop trying to chase people. Once you go after what you desire, then you've got this unlimited potential. Once you stop allowing people to sabotage you and heal from that sabotage, maybe even self-sabotage, because you're so used to people coming in and trying to trip you up. Looks like you've healed or healing that, and it's creating this King of Pentacles stability within you. That's what's hidden. You've changed. You've changed, viewer. You have stepped up. You have expanded. Wow. They don't see this. That's why it's in what's hidden. That you now, what I'm getting, love yourself. Go after what you desire. You've got this unlimited potential. You've accepted both your light and dark energies, and that makes you very powerful. If you understand your light, yay. But if you understand your dark too, then people can't manipulate you through those shadows. If you're only love and light, only positive, then if you ignore your shadow, if you deny your shadow, I have no darkness, I'm only light, then people will manipulate you through your shadow. If you own your shadow, if you understand the parts of you that are uncomfortable to perceive, that you might judge negatively, that you have been judged negatively, if you own those parts, then people can't wind you up, can't access you through your shadow. And it looks like you're healing and creating stability for yourself. A lot of stability. Where there was once sabotage, people able to stop you before you could create that stability, security for yourself. A nice, stable ground. All right, any outcome and advice? We've got the High Priestess now in reverse, challenged by the world. High Priestess reversed is someone without intuition, doesn't have access to their intuition. They don't have potential. Okay, so this feels like whoever the other people who I've been talking about, they don't have the High Priestess energy. They don't have access to their intuition, and they don't have the potential that you have. Feels like a lot of crab in the bucket type of energy. People who are just determined to block other people's progress, not allowing others to be fully themselves. Devil reversed. So it looks like you have detached from this energy. Or there's an advice here to detach from these people that just can't perceive you, that are toxic. It feels like these people are challenged by your world card energy, by your expansion, by you leaving there in this environment and having a glow up. Because I get the feeling that they've got this belief that you could do nothing without them, that they're just projecting all these limitations onto you, even though they've co-created a lot of those limitations by how they negatively perceive you. They're not helpful. They're not caring. They've got a story of who you are, and you're not allowed to change that. And they keep trying to pull you back, remind you of past versions of yourself. They don't want you to move on. They don't want you to expand. They don't want you to leave this environment and find success, because they've got a story and they want you to fit their story instead of getting to know you as an individual. They're very stuck on the perspective on you being a scapegoat, on you being whoever they have initially perceived. What does the viewer need to know about this? What's the advice, suggestions? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, it's an unworkable energy. Just recognizing that people that can't see you don't want success for you, instead of trying to change their mind, trying to get them to understand you. Just recognizing there are people, no matter if they're family, no matter what their relationship is to you, no matter what the title is, there are just some people that aren't for you. And it's not about being a victim and they're bad, they're against. It's like, it's just, I'm going to go in a different direction, and recognizing who works with you and who doesn't. All right. That's the messages. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your comments and likes so I can grow this channel. Thank you.